The poor girl was shocked to find a super luxury limousine parked in front of her house. The girl's name was Mia. A day ago she suddenly found out, because of the accidental death of her father, whom she had never met, she had suddenly become the heir to the kingdom of Genovia. But she couldn't accept this change in status, so she made a pact with her grandmother, Queen Clarice, on the day of Genovia's independence, to decide whether or not she would accept to be the heir to the kingdom. But before that, she would continue her studies in hiding. So she traveled in the car sent by the queen. She arrived at her best friend's house, as she always did. Mia didn't know how to explain the absurdity of the situation to her best friend, so she got out of the car early and made her way to school. But she still didn't escape the ridicule from her classmates. They questioned if Mia's story was true. Mia was a little upset, but even so, in the noon gym class, she made a mistake again. When a baseball she was supposed to throw hit a classmate in the head. Even her desperate apologies didn't help. It was as if Mia had been labeled a loser. So in an effort to get out of the situation, she finally came to terms with the changes her grandmother had made. Mia came back to her grandmother's mansion. She began to learn everything she needed to know about being a princess, and she brought in the best image designer in the country. The designer was taken aback. After all, Mia was like a lion with fur. Even the toughest comb couldn't get through Mia's frizzy curls. But in order to save his job, the designer signed a confidentiality agreement. She reshaped Mia's eyebrows. She cleaned those childish nail stickers. The designer finally got a relatively satisfactory result after a long day's work. It's as if the stamen of a budding flower is now in full bloom. All the colors are now dimmed. Only the girl's bright smile was left behind. And looking at her granddaughter's new look, the happy queen immediately gave the designer a generous reward. But it was not easy for Mike, who had been secretly in love with Mia. As the brother of Mia's best friend, she had a secret crush on the ordinary Mia. But Mia's transformed appearance has made him feel inferior, and her best friend was simultaneously offended. She made fun of Mia's makeup. Even when she got in the car, she was still talking about it. She thought Mia shouldn't change herself for the sake of other people's eyes, and it brought tears of frustration to Mia's eyes. Even when the man who was the head of the guard tried to comfort Mia, it didn't help. It seems that Mia's change in demeanor has upset her best friend.